In this video, I'm going to show you how to hydrolyze a nitrile and make a carboxylic acid out of it. Fancy words for a very simple reaction. Let's jump right in. This is a nitrile, and this is a carboxylic acid. And I can hydrolyze, which means adding water and acid and maybe heating up the chemicals. This is a nitrile, and this is a carboxylic acid. And I can turn this C triple bond N into the carboxylic acid by doing a hydrolysis or hydrolyzing it, which just means adding acid and water, maybe heating it up to perform this reaction. Now, we've seen previously that imines can undergo hydrolysis, acid and water, to make carbonyl compounds. So two carbon nitrogen bonds become two carbon oxygen bonds. Now, if I take a triple bond, nitrogen, with some carbon group, I do the same reaction, acid and water. I can hydrolyze this, but when I chop it, I'm chopping 3 carbon nitrogen bonds. So I need to make 3 carbon oxygen bonds. 1, 2, 3 means carboxylic acid. So when you need 2, you make a carbonyl. When you need 3, you need to make a carboxylic acid. Very simple reaction. We won't look at the mechanism. You can protonate and go to town and figure it out yourself. Keep protonating off the nitrogen. The oxygens come from water. But we'll leave that to another time. I want you just to count 2 to 2 or 3 to 3. 1, 2, 3. So you know where to get to for the final answer. So let's make a compound using this new trick. So we could take something like propyl bromide, something with a good leaving group, and I can add to that a salt like sodium cyanide. So this would be sodium plus, and cyanide is Cn with a negative charge. So this is a good attacking nucleophile. It can backside attack since this is not very crowded, SN2 style. My leaving group could leave, and that would make 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons, 1, 2, 3, 4 with my C triple bond and nitrile on it. And this carbon is the carbon that will turn into the carbon of my carboxylic acid. So then when I hydrolyze it, water and acid, maybe a little heat, this carbon is now a carboxylic acid. Because I've hydrolyzed it, I broke 3 carbon nitrogen bonds, and I formed 1, 2, 3 carbon oxygen bonds. So that's how we can make carboxylic acids from any good leaving group and a cyanide compound, like sodium cyanide, or I could have used potassium cyanide. I hope that makes sense. Remember, 3 carbon nitrogen bonds makes 3 carbon oxygen bonds, or 2 carbon nitrogen bonds makes 2 carbon oxygen bonds when you hydrolyze. Pretty simple. Hey, subscribe to the channel and I'll teach you more tricks in organic chemistry.